Not everybody has the ability to focus on the game for 10 hours a day, but throwing it up on a second monitor and AFKing while you get some work done is a great way to make some passive GP or gain some XP. And with that in mind, welcome to AFKing 9 to 5. Fellas, welcome back to another episode of some AFK content. Today we're going to be exploring the Giant's Den. This little cave to the west of Shazian holds all three types of giant: hill giants, moss giants, and fire giants. In this video, I'll be AFKing all three of them for one day each to see which is the best for getting totem pieces. Unfortunately, I know already that we're not going to make any money. In fact, we're probably going to lose a lot of money every day. The entire reason for this is to hunt totem pieces using a cannon to make it AFK. These totem pieces can be combined to make a dark totem. This totem will let us fight Skatizo to get some clues, but also to hunt the pet. I thought this would be an interesting episode since you can't normally cannon in the catacombs. This is a great AFK option, although there might be some other ones that are more profitable and still AFK, but we can always explore those in another video. For day one, I'll be starting with hill giants. I would guess these will probably be the best option for totem pieces, but it's going to probably cost the most since they go down so quickly. For my gear today, I'll be using my best melee gear, but I also want to use the Bone Crusher necklace here for the plus 12 prayer bonus it gives, the prayer XP, as well as the prayer restoral effect. If you've never heard of this item, it's a combination of three different items in the game. The Dragon Bone Necklace, which is a 1 in 1000 drop from Vorkath. This necklace has the effect that it restores prayer if equipped. By combining it with the Bone Crusher and the Hydra's Tail, you can get prayer XP as well as this restoration effect. You will only get 50% of the normal XP if you've only completed the Morytania Hard Diary, but you will get 100% if you've completed the Elite tier. I also did test if just the regular Bone Crusher would give you the prayer restoration effect, since technically this is in the catacombs, hence why we can get totem pieces. And to my surprise, it actually does. So if you don't have the Bone Crusher necklace, this thing would still work for you, and you would get 2 prayer points for every giant killed. But to be honest, for hill giants, I don't think they'll do enough damage to warrant me using Protect for melee. So I'll just be turning Piety on and then turning it back on if I run out of prayer. So with all that babble out of the way, let's get into farming some totem pieces. This was much better than I thought it was going to be. In my day of killing hill giants, I killed 4,185, or about 523 per hour. Totem pieces are 1 in 465, and I only got 7 in 8 hours. With this drop rate, I would expect to get 9 for the day, which is 3 full totems, but that's just the way RNG goes sometimes. Another thing in this video that I wanted to point out is that all of these giants drop long bones at a rate of 1 in 400. And if you didn't know, you can trade in long bones to Barlak in Dorgesh Khan. Each bone will grant you 4,500 construction XP as well as 1,000 coins. So I guess this is one of the only construction AFK methods in the game. But during the day, I got 12 long bones. But with a similar KC to me, you would only expect to get 10. So I got unlucky on the totems and lucky on the long bones. It is what it is. But that's 45,000 construction XP just for cannoning some hill giants. In my day, I used 8,552 cannonballs, so about 1,069 per hour. That can be quite pricey. That is a total of 1.3 million GP spent for the day. I'll loop back to GP at the end of the video, so just keep this number in mind for now. Here is my loot from the entire day, but to be completely honest, I didn't pick up anything. I was really just collecting totem pieces, giant keys, and ancient shards. Giant keys are 1 in 128, so this is also not a bad idea if you want to fight Obor in the future to try to get the Hill Giant Club for the collection log, or just make a little bit of GP back as each Obor kill is roughly 18k in profit. As for AFK time, this place is awesome. I had no problems actually getting work done, because all I had to do was click on the cannon every once in a while. I took almost no damage throughout the day, and any damage that I did take would just regen over time. As with all of these videos, I wanted to show you my XP gain for the day, but you know, RuneLite had to crash at the 6-hour mark, so I've only got 2 hours to show you here, but I'll include the math for the final numbers at the end of the video. But after all of that, I'm feeling pretty confident that Moss Giants might compete with Hill Giants, so I'll see you shortly for day 2. After a full night's rest, I'm sat here with my coffee, ready to kill some Moss Giants. I'm gonna guess that I'll get about half the amount of kills today, but I'm also hoping I use half the cannonballs. Today I'll be using the exact same gear setup, but I will be using Protect for Melee instead of Piety. My guess is that the Bone Crusher necklace will sustain my prayer, so I won't really need a prayer pot, but if I do run out, I don't think the damage will be enough before I restore enough prayer points. Okay, to be honest, not a bad day. In my day, I killed 2,660 Moss Giants, or about 332 per hour. From the Moss Giants, totem pieces are 1 in 440, and I actually got 7 in 8 hours. The exact same amount I got from Hill Giants, but you would expect to only get 5 with this kill count. So I got a bit lucky today. Longbones are again 1 in 400, as they are from all Giants, and I actually got lucky again, getting 7, but you would only expect to get 6 in the same kill count. Cannonball wise, I use way less cannonballs. Today I only used 4,613 cannonballs, or about 576 per hour. This comes out to a total cost of about 705k, so not too bad. But here is my full loot from the entire day. This time I picked up a handful of seeds, if I noticed I got the drop of course, as well as just collecting the totem pieces, mossy keys, and ancient shards. Mossy keys are 1 in 150, so on average with the same kill count you would get about 17 per day, which again is very good for cutting into our GP loss since Brio has an average drop of about 75k. This is pushed up a bit because the essence is quite valuable, but that means long term we would make an extra 1.2 mil every day, making this actually pretty profitable. But even with that huge bump from the mossy keys aside, I actually made money today just by picking up the seeds. I profited a whopping 70k GP for the day. To be honest, compared to Hill Giants, that is really good. And another bonus is that I actually got to track my XP for the full 8 hours, and it was alright. Nothing to go crazy about, but you can never complain about the free XP while working on something else. I gained 172,000 range XP, 302k defense XP, you could translate this to attack or strength. I also got 100,000 HP XP and 40,000 prayer XP, which is not bad at all for an AFK day. But now we're 2 out of 3 giants down, and I'm honestly not expecting much from the fire giants. I'll see you in about a second, and we'll be ready to get those done as well. And here we are, our last day in the Giant's Den. For now at least. I might come back in the future. Today's gear will be a little bit different. I'll actually be using a prayer setup, as I don't think the Bone Crusher necklace will sustain my prayer, and I'm also going to bring 10 prayer pots just in case. So let's get into it. Well, that was a interesting day. It was awful, and I would not recommend it. Today I killed 1,477 fire giants, or about 184 per hour. There are 2 different levels of fire giant here, which means that they have 2 different drop rates for totem pieces. On average, they come out to be about 1 in 360 per kill. In 8 hours, I got 2 pieces. It was awful. On average, with the same kill count, you would expect 4 pieces, but that's just how RNG goes. I also did a little bit of looting today. I was picking up rune arrows if I noticed them, as well as alching rune scimitars and the fire battle staves just to get some money back on the cannonballs. But just like the other giants, I looted 5 longbones for 22,500 construction XP, and I also got a curve bone apparently. but I was too AFK and didn't pick it up, unfortunately. The combat XP for these was actually pretty good. I gained almost 500,000 defense XP, 163k HP XP, 200k range XP, 23k prayer XP, and a humble 1.6k magic XP from alching my loot. Cannonball wise, I used 8,120 or 1,015 per hour for a total cost of 1.2 mil for the day. God, I hate fire giants and I would not recommend them. If you really want to do this yourself because you're hunting the Skotizo pet or you want to do some hard or elite clues, the best option is clearly hill giants. But if you want to mitigate your GP loss, moss giants are really not that bad. But that is not the end of this video. We need to use our 5 totems and see if we can get the Skotizo pet or at least make some of our money back from the drops and the clues. Skotizo drops hard clues 100% of the time, and there's also a 1 in 5 chance for an elite clue, so hopefully I can get at least 1 elite during this as well. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing again. Nothing again. And that is my last totem. Will we get anything for the road? Probably not, but we'll see. Nothing. Yeah, kind of weak. Hopefully the clue rewards are good though. Okay, we got 5 hard clues from Skotizo, so let's see what we get. Hopefully something good. I gotta make some money back. Nothing. I have that already, but still nothing. 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 And more nothing. Well, that was rough, but at least we got some KC, I guess. Overall, I spent 3.2 million GP on cannonballs in 3 days, but I made back 770k from the moss giants, 320k from the fire giants, 867k from Skotizo, and 348k from the clues. This comes out to a total loss of only 900k in my hunt for the Skotizo pet. Over the course of 3 days, I also gained roughly 1 million defense XP, but again, you could translate this to strength or attack, 575k range XP, 333k HP XP. Surprisingly, I also got 131k prayer XP, and a very shocking 94,000 construction XP completely AFK. And that was my trip into the Giant's Den. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please consider leaving the video a like and subscribing so you don't miss a future episode. Surprisingly, just liking the video is better than subscribing. I don't know why, but you're more likely to see a video if you just like it. A big thank you to the big fella, Dan Smageed, I'm never gonna say it right. And thank you to the fellas, Snacks, Jujo, and iTalk. I appreciate all you guys for your continued support. But I also wanted to say, if you're not into pet hunting and this episode really wasn't for you, maybe you want to make some GP or gain some XP, you should see a playlist on the screen now for my AFKing 9 to 5 series. In this series, I do a lot of different things, and there are a lot of different episodes covering everything you can do in game that is AFK. But other than that, I've got nothing left to say, so I'll see you in the next one.